Did you know if you want to get stronger, move better, and feel decades younger, there are only 7 essential exercises you really need? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what those exercises are and why anyone in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s should start doing them today. They are the same 7 exercises I've used with my clients for the last 10 years, and they get the best results I've seen in my career. Stick with me to the end because I'm also going to share a free 30-day training plan that goes with this video so you can start putting these into practice right away. Hello and welcome. My name is Tom and I am an over 60s fitness specialist. For years I've been lucky to work and help thousands of clients just like you build and maintain their strength, balance and confidence as they age. One of the most common things I hear is that everyday movements are starting to feel a little bit harder. Getting up from your favourite armchair, feeling steady in your feet or reaching for something on that top shelf. That's a completely normal part of life, but it's not something you have to accept. Losing strength and balance isn't inevitable. There are simple, effective things we can do to slow down that process and even start to reverse it. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 7 most important exercises for staying strong, steady and active for years to come. We'll take it slow, do everything safely, and I'll be with you every step of the way. All you're going to need is a sturdy chair and a bit of space. But before we start, some of these exercises may not be suitable for everyone, so make sure you avoid them if they cause any pain. All right, let's get started. Exercise 1. Let's start with what might be the single most important functional exercise we can do, the sit to stand. Think about how many times a day you stand up and sit down. When our leg strength starts to decline, one of the main reasons people can lose their independence, so keeping this simple movement strong is so important. This matters because this move directly helps you get out of a chair, off the toilet and out of a car with ease and without assistance. It builds the foundational strength in your lower body that supports almost everything you do. This exercise strengthens the big muscles on the front of your thigh called the quadriceps, your glutes, the powerful hip muscles in your buttocks and the hamstrings on the back of your thighs. It also gets your core working to keep you stable. Here's how to do it safely. Stand in front of a sturdy, stable chair with your feet about shoulder width apart. Your toes can point forward or slightly out, whatever is the most comfortable. For balance, you can lightly hold onto another chair or a countertop or just hold your arms out in front. Start the movement by pushing your hips backwards like you're about to sit down. Keep your chest up and look forward. Lower yourself slowly and with control. Imagine you're about to sit, but instead of fully sitting, just gently tap the seat of the chair. The moment you make contact, push firmly through your heels and stand back up to the starting point. Give your glutes a little squeeze at the top. You're going to aim for 8 to 12 repetitions. Exhale as you stand up and inhale as you lower down. So here's a few modifications and safety notes. Make sure your knees follow the line of your toes. Try not to let them collapse inwards. If going all the way to the chair feels a bit too much, just go as low as you feel comfortable and strong. You can place a firm pillow on the chair to shorten the distance, then remove it as you get stronger. Okay, exercise 2 is the wall press up, which is a fantastic movement for the upper body. This is a wonderful exercise because it builds pushing strength without the strain of a traditional floor push-up, which can put strain on your wrists and shoulders. This matters because we need upper body strength for so many daily tasks we might not even think about, like pushing open a heavy door, guiding a shopping trolley, or even just pushing yourself up from a low chair. This move keeps those muscles ready for action. So the muscles that the wall press up work are your chest muscles, your pectorals, your shoulders, which are your deltoids, the muscles in the back of your arms, which are your triceps. They also use your core to keep your body in a nice straight line. So here's how to do it safely. Stand facing a solid wall about arm's length away. Place your palms flat on the wall and about shoulder height. Take a small step back so your body forms a straight line from your head to your heels. Gently pull your belly button towards your spine to keep your back from sagging. Slowly bend your elbows, bringing your chest closer to the wall. Inhale as you come in. Once you've gone as far as it is comfortable, push back to straighten your elbows to the start. Exhale as you push away. We're going to aim for 10 to 15 repetitions. Here's some safety modifications. To make this a bit easier, stand closer to the wall. To make it more challenging, step your feet further back. Avoid letting your hips sag or sticking your bottom out. Your body should be nice and straight, as solid as a plank. Let's move to exercise 3, one-legged balance. Balance is a skill, and like any skill, if you don't use it, you lose it. Practicing our balance in a safe way is one of the best things we can do to reduce the risk of falls. This matters because poor balance is one of the main reasons for falls. By challenging your balance like this, you're strengthening the communication between your brain and your muscles, which helps your body know where it is in space and helps you catch yourself if you should stumble. This isn't about big muscles, but rather small, vital, stabilizing muscles in your ankles and hips. It also requires constant work from your core muscles to keep you upright. Here's how to do it. Stand next to a sturdy chair, a wall or a countertop. Place one hand on it for support. Stand tall with your feet together. Find a spot on the wall in front of you and focus on that. Shift your weight onto one leg, let's say your right leg. Keep your knees soft, not locked straight. Slowly lift your left foot just an inch or two off the floor. Hold this position. Try for 10 to 15 seconds to start, working all your way up to 30 seconds or longer as you get more confident. Lower your foot with control, then switch sides. Okay, so modifications. Use that chair or wall for support. Start with your whole hand on it, then progress to a few fingers, then one finger, and then just hovering your hand above it. The goal isn't to be perfect on day one, it's about consistent practice. We're going to move to exercise 4 now, the calf raise. This simple movement is a powerhouse for your lower legs. Your calves actually act like a second heart, helping to pump blood from your legs all the way back up to your chest. This matters because strong calves are important for the push-off part of walking, helping you move with a steady gait. They also support your ankles and overall balance and improve circulation in your lower legs. This exercise targets 2 main muscles in your calf, the big gastrocnemius muscle and the smaller soleus muscle underneath it. Here's how to do it. Stand tall behind a sturdy chair or next to a countertop, holding on lightly for balance. Feet about hip width apart. Keeping your back straight, slowly press the balls of your feet and lift your heels as high as you comfortably can. Pause for a moment at the top and feel the squeeze in your calf muscles. Slowly and with full control, lower your heels back down. Aim for 10 to 15 smooth, controlled repetitions. Try to avoid rocking forward or use momentum to bounce. If you feel very stable, try it with just one hand for extra support. For an extra challenge, pause at the top for 3 to 5 seconds on each repetition. Exercise 5, the toe raise. Now let's do the opposite movement. This exercise often gets forgotten, but is so important preventing one of the most common reasons we trip. This exercise strengthens the muscle on the front of your shin, the tibialis anterior. This muscle lifts your foot up when we walk. If it gets weak, you can develop foot drop, which makes your toes drag and dramatically increases your risk of tripping on a crack in a pavement or on the edge of a rug, for example. This move zeroes in tibialis anterior shin muscle. Here's how to do it. You're going to stand tall, holding onto your sturdy chair or countertop for support, feet hip width apart. Keeping your heels on the ground, rock your weight back just a bit and lift the toes and the front of both feet up towards the ceiling. Feel a squeeze in the muscles along the front of your shins. Hold for a moment or two at the top, and then you're going to slowly lower your feet back down with control. Again, you're going to aim for 10 to 15 repetitions. Your range of motion may be small at first. That's perfectly fine. The goal is to feel the muscle working with a controlled lift and controlled lower. Exercise 6, one of my favorites, the lunge. Lunges are a fantastic exercise for building single leg strength and stability, which you need for walking, climbing stairs, and catching your balance. This is why it matters. Life doesn't always happen with 2 feet planted firmly on the ground. We walk, we step over things, we change direction. The lunge prepares your body for these real-world movements and improves your ability to get up from the floor. Lunges work all the major leg muscles, the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes. They also challenge the stabilizer muscles in your hips and core. Here's how to do it. Stand tall next to a wall or a sturdy chair for support. Step one foot, let's say your right foot, forward at a comfortable distance. Keep your feet about hip width apart for a stable base. Keeping your body upright, bend both your knees and lower yourself straight down. Keep your front knee behind your toes as your back knee lowers towards the floor. Only go as low as you feel comfortable with. Even a small bend is doing the job. Push firmly through your front heel to come back up to the start. Do all the reps on one side before switching or alternating legs. You're going to aim for 6 to 10 repetitions per leg. Here's a slight modification. It's slightly more advanced, so listen to your body. A mini lunge, bending your knees just a few inches, is a great place to start. Stepping backwards into a lunge can also feel easier on the knees. Always use support and don't push through the pain. The final exercise, exercise 7, the overhead press. For our final exercise, we're going to focus on keeping our shoulders strong and mobile. You can do this by either sitting or standing. This matters, so think about reaching into a high cupboard, putting a bag in the overhead compartment, or getting dressed and combing your hair. All these things require shoulder strength. The overhead press helps you maintain that ability for daily life. This primarily targets the deltoid muscles in your shoulder, but also uses your triceps, upper back muscles and core to keep you stable. and here's how to do it safely. Sit tall in a sturdy chair with your back supported and feet flat on the floor, or stand with feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Start with no weight at all. Hold your hands at shoulder height, elbows bent, palms facing forward, keeping your core tight and your shoulders relaxed down away from your ears. Exhale as you slowly press your hands straight up towards the ceiling. Press until your arms are almost straight, but avoid locking your elbows at the top. Inhale as you slowly and with control bring your hands back down to shoulder height. Aim for 8 to 12 repetitions. The easiest version is with no weight. As you get stronger, hold light objects like water bottles or cans of soap before moving on to a light dumbbells, for example. If you feel any shoulder pain, only press as high as you feel comfortable, and that is pain-free. And there you have it. Those are the 7 most essential exercises to build strength, improve your balance, and protect your independence. We worked on squats for leg power, wall press-ups for upper body strength, balance for falls prevention, calf and toe raises for steady walking gait, and lunges for functional movement, and the overhead press for all those daily reaching tasks. Remember, the goal here isn't intensity, it's consistency. If you can incorporate these movements into your routine 2 to 3 times a week, I promise you'll be amazed at the difference it makes in your daily life. You'll feel stronger, more confident, and more in control. Now, as I mentioned at the start, I promised you my free 30-day training plan to go alongside with today's video. It takes the exact 7 exercises and lays them out for you day by day so you know exactly what you're going to do and takes the guesswork out. Follow the link in the description below to download it now. It's completely free. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, I would be so grateful if you would subscribe to the channel for more fitness and well-being content designed for seniors over 60. And please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear which exercise you found the most helpful. Oh, one more thing before I go. If you find losing stubborn belly fat is becoming harder, you have to check this video out right here. Okay, stay strong, stay active, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.